Entire cities were reduced to ruins through bombings, artillery attacks, and urban warfare. Millions of civilians fled their homes searching for safety. Refugee camps expanded across neighboring countries, while thousands attempted dangerous journeys toward Europe. Humanitarian crises worsened as food shortages, medical collapse, and civilian suffering increased dramatically. International diplomacy repeatedly failed to stop the violence. Syria became a battlefield involving local factions, international coalitions, extremist organizations, and competing global powers. The war demonstrated how modern conflicts could quickly evolve into international crises with global political consequences. For millions of ordinary Syrians, daily life became a struggle for survival amid destruction, displacement, and fear. In 2011, the United States launched a secret military operation in Pakistan that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden, the founder of Al-Qaeda and the figure most associated with the September 11th attacks. The mission became one of the defining moments of the global war on terror. Crowds gathered in celebration across parts of the United States, while world leaders reacted to the symbolic significance of the event. However, despite the death of one of the world's most wanted men, terrorism and extremist violence did not disappear. Instead, global militancy evolved into more decentralized networks spread across multiple regions. Terror organizations adapted to modern technology, social media, encrypted communication, and online recruitment. Governments expanded counterterrorism operations, drone strikes, intelligence programs, and international surveillance systems. Security became one of the defining political issues of the era as nations attempted to prevent future attacks while balancing privacy, freedom, and civil rights. During this same period, massive revelations about global surveillance shocked international audiences. Edward Snowden exposed secret intelligence programs capable of collecting enormous amounts of digital communication data from around the world. Millions of people discovered how governments monitored phone calls, internet activity, emails, and private information on a massive scale. The revelations sparked intense debates about privacy, national security, digital freedom, and government power in the modern age. Technology companies faced criticism over data collection practices, while intelligence agencies defended surveillance as necessary for preventing terrorism and protecting national security. Citizens around the world began realizing how deeply digital technology had become connected to state power, security systems, and personal privacy. The internet was no longer viewed only as a tool for freedom and communication. It had also become a system of monitoring, influence, and control. While the Middle East experienced conflict and instability, China continued rising rapidly as an economic superpower. Massive industrial growth transformed Chinese cities into centers of manufacturing, trade, infrastructure, and technological development. Global businesses increasingly depended on Chinese production and markets. Meanwhile, the United States and Europe struggled with economic uncertainty, political division, and the long-term costs of war. The balance of global power slowly began shifting toward Asia. Technology companies expanded globally while smartphones, online commerce, streaming platforms, and digital entertainment reshaped everyday life. Human civilization became more connected than ever before through internet culture, instant messaging, and social media networks. Yet this growing digital connection also increased misinformation, political polarization, online extremism, and social anxiety. Humanity was entering an era where algorithms, technology corporations, and online influence would shape culture and politics as powerfully as governments and armies. In 2014, tensions between Russia and Western countries increased dramatically during the Ukraine crisis. Political protests, government instability, and territorial disputes created one of the most serious confrontations in Europe since the Cold War. Russia annexed Crimea while conflict spread through eastern Ukraine. Western governments responded with sanctions and diplomatic pressure. The crisis reopened fears of geopolitical rivalry between major powers. At the same time, millions of refugees from Syria, Iraq, and other unstable regions attempted to escape violence and poverty by crossing borders into Europe and neighboring countries. Humanitarian systems struggled under enormous pressure. Images of refugee families traveling through dangerous conditions shocked global audiences and intensified political debates over migration, identity, and international responsibility. The refugee crisis became one of the defining humanitarian issues of the era, revealing how wars and instability in one region could rapidly affect global politics far beyond national borders. By 2015, the world had transformed completely from the hopeful vision many imagined after the Cold War ended decades earlier. Wars no longer existed only between national armies. Modern conflict spread through cyberspace, propaganda, terrorism, economics, surveillance, and information warfare. Technology connected billions of people while simultaneously increasing division, fear, and political instability. Revolutions changed governments but often created new conflicts. Terrorist organizations used digital platforms to spread influence globally. Governments expanded surveillance systems to monitor threats. Economic inequality continued fueling anger and distrust across societies. The years between 2009 and 2015 reshaped international politics, security, communication, and human civilization itself. Humanity entered a new era where information became power, technology shaped global influence, and instability could spread across continents within hours. The consequences of these years continue shaping the modern world today, proving that this period was not simply a post-war era, but the beginning of an entirely new global age.